check this out. It's an honor for me to have Wonder Woman as my first B-girl for the interview. Let me just start off. How'd you get the name Wonder Woman?
My older brother named me Wonder.
Wonder.
And, the reason why is because I used to box as a kid and I used to pop. And then when I got older, when about 15 years old, I started breaking. And my brother's like, yo, you should be Wonder Woman. You're going to wonder what you're going to do next. So it stuck, and then as I got more involved in the community and the scene, I just changed it to Wonder. Because it was too long, it kind of sounded corny to be called Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I'm just going to call myself Wonder. So I just stuck with Wonder.
Right. So you starting off as a B-girl, like I noticed a lot of the B-girls, they want to start with power. I've noticed, like in some of the older videos, I've seen you do power, but it seemed like your style is more focused on flavor and more like style and burn stuff. What was the transition for you? Because I used to remember seeing you doing like power moves, like it was like some practice, you doing windmills.
Yeah, I still do it. I just, I think in life, you kind of choose where you're most a little bit comfortable. And I love dancing. I just love the pop rock and the flavor and I stick with it. And I wanted to develop more of me. You know, yeah, I love power. I love windmills. I love sports. I love all these things. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to have 1,000 windmills. I'm not going to have 50 air players. That's not me. What I like to do is be me. And me is dancing. I love the flavor. I love the letters and the footwork. And, you know, I should throw out more power.
Right.
Sometimes the music takes me where it wants to take me. And,
right.
You know, I just feel like, you know, if B-girls do go with power, yeah, that's good for them. You know, and they should do that. No one should ever kind of put boundaries on them. But also there's different elements in the dance too that they should appreciate. And that's along the journey of this dance. You start growing and molding into you. And you know, that for me, I kind of practice power, but then, you know, when having a kid and life and it takes a toll on your body and, you know, but don't get me wrong, I love power. It's a part of breaking.
Yes, it's a big part of breaking. When you were coming up, did you ever hear of the name Baby Love? What do you know about Baby Love?
Baby Love, I remember her from Rock City to Beach Street.
Right.
And I remember seeing her and I was like, yo, she's dope, but I like karaoke better.
Oh.
And like, I get that seeing a girl in the footage, it gives hope that, yo, I'm a chick and I can do it too, you know? But I didn't see it that way. I saw it as like, yo, I thought karaoke was nasty. I want to be like that.
Oh, that makes more sense, yeah.
But, you know, then you hear stories about Baby Love and the culture and where she was really from and Rocksteady, it was inspiring to see things like that.
Right.
So.
Also, how do you feel about hip-hop today? Like, when I say hip-hop, like, the way you dress, like the fashion, like the way that you wear your hat, the glasses, do you think that it's missing more in the United States than you see, like, in Europe? Because I see the girls, like, in China, Poland, like, they're fresh like you all the time.
I think, you know, when it's not pushed or it's not important, you know, like I said, people know what's up, people have the style, people have the culture, and if you got it, you got it, you don't, you don't.
Yes.
You know, and no one's pressuring you to dress dope. Like, for me, I love dressing. I love the fashion. I love the culture of it, and this is me.
Right.
Even when I'm at work, I have my lipstick, I have my watch, I have my earrings, like.
It carries over, huh? It carries over into your lifestyle.
Yeah, and for me, I'm representing me, and this is me how I dress, you know, and I've always coming into the scene, I've always took fashion into consideration. Like, yo, I'm representing me. True. And I grew up poor, you know, every shoe that I had or I gotten, I would like put it back in its box, I would clean it.
Me too.
Yeah, and my shoelaces will always be white. They're not white today, yo. But, you know, getting older, you know, I started appreciating, you know, my clothes and outfit, and you know, kids from back in the day didn't have a lot, and when they had something, they cherished it, and that's something that was always a part of me. So.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. I want to ask you a question real quick. When you think of the name like Mikey-Ice, like what comes to mind? Like before we even knew you, because I remember I ran into you with Vietnam. It was in Sacramento, but I didn't know you.
Okay.
But when my name comes to mind, like what is my what is my character like when you think of me?
Mikey-Ice. It's friendly, kind of mysterious at first. Like I wonder what this guy's about, but always involved.
Yes.
Community, always around, always taking footage, always. He was kind of like the historic documentary guy. Like he always has footage. He's always like documenting.
Yes.
That's how I always saw Mikey-Ice. I was like, yo, what does he know? I know he has like things in his head. Like I wonder what he has. Like I wonder if he has like old footage of me. Like
right.
Like, and I appreciate that. We need people like that in the scene.
Right.
And I appreciate it, man.
For today's advice, like what would you give advice for today's B-girls that want to like, you know, you start off as a B-girl, not everybody's shooting for Red Bull. Like what advice would you give them, like besides like just dancing, like life in general, like how to be a better person for today's B-girls?
I don't think it's just B-girls. I think B-boys too.
Okay.
What are you really doing it for? You know, and that's my thing is, what are you doing it for?
Yes.
I think throughout your journey of breaking, your heart's going to determine, it's going to expose that. You know, you're doing it for Instagram, are you doing it for social media, are you doing it for likes? And, you know, fuck it.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I guess we'll let the people go first.
Hello. No, you're fine. You're okay.
So, another topic is do you think that like breaking when it comes to Olympic though, do you really think it's a sport or is it?
It's not a sport.
Or is it a dance?
It's not a sport.
Why is it not a sport?
Because how can you, just because it's athletic, there's more involved in it. It's more like passion and it's a really good question. I personally, as an experience, I don't think I need to win a gold medal to prove a point for my country. I think what we have as a community and as a culture, we're strong enough to not be in the Olympics. I think we have powerful people in our culture that is above the Olympics. And I think there's more things involved when it becomes the Olympics.
Yes.
And but you know, if you want to be in the Olympics for breaking, go for it. I'm not here to stop you. I just think we're more than that.
Yes.
I think we have to be a B-boy and a B-girl have a higher calling and a title to have than just the Olympics. But if that's something that our culture wants to take it to, then you know, I'm not all for it, but I'll support it. You know, if my daughter one day becomes a B-girl and wants to be in the Olympics, best believe that I will teach her the history of this dance. You know, where it comes from and who matters. And if she's in that Olympic roster or whatever she wants to compete in, of course I'll support her.
Right.
I'll support every B-girl or B-boy that's there. But at the same time, this is not a sport. It's a dance.
I believe in that too. Even when I seen it, like, you know, like with the Ronald Reagan breaking, it was always the dance because everybody I seen, all the brothers were doing, we were all dancing. I never looked at it. I would see the guys in the gym doing flares on the pony horse and stuff like that. One more final question that I have, I feel like it's very important, is how important is having God in your life?
It's very important.
Can you explain to like,
It's very, very important.
yes, and what God means to you today?
I gave my life to Jesus about a year. No, it's a year.
Yes.
I did give my life to Jesus a few years ago, but you know, life happens, and I wanted to take my walk by myself. I didn't want to walk with you. But then life, you know, God humbled me, and I'm glad He did. and realizing that I have a God that loves me, even through my brokenness, and to say that He believes in me, even when I fall down and fail at things in life, and tells me that I can keep going and be strong, and that there's a better way through Jesus. Yo, I put my life on it.
It is a better way. I'm being honest. Honestly, I accepted Christ into my life a long time ago, and I tried to do it the B-boy way. You know, the B-boy way was fun for a while, but then like God said, I would never fail you. I would never leave you. And when all came down to it, Wanda, when all my friends wasn't around, when people I thought was really, you know, that had my back, when it came down to it, I mean, like nobody. And I was just like, I ran out of options. God never failed me. God is never late, but He's always on time. I think that's important to share that, because this, honestly, in our B-boy community, people's been passing away, and it's been kind of hurting me though, you know. But in reality, it's like when we leave this planet, like we go into the next realm, and that's the most important, because that's where eternity's at. This is short term.
Yep, it's true. I believe in that.
This is short term.
I believe in that.
So for me personally, I really respect your walk with Christ though, because like that's Christ was a rebel. He was actually the first hated. Everybody hated him. Even to this day, people hate him, but they don't even want to understand him though. But He saved my life and yours, and that's beautiful. So thank you once again, Wanda.
Of course, Mikey. Thank you, man.
Do you have any last shout outs you want to give out?
I want to give a shout out to everybody in the scene, in the culture, wherever you're at in life. Never give up. Never give up. Always keep moving forward, keep moving higher. And it's about the people, man. It's about each other. And tomorrow's not promised.
Oh, yes.
And I just want to thank everyone that has been a part of my life. I would never be where I'm at without God and the people that He put in my path.
Yes.
I just want to thank you to every single B-boy and B-girl that has put their heart on the floor, that I respect you. And, you know, and I want to apologize to whoever I have hurt along my path. I'm not perfect, but I do want to apologize and take responsibility for that. And just thank you so much. And just being in this culture. But it's not an easy culture to be in.
Oh my gosh. Can I share this with you? Honestly, B-boy, B-girl culture is one of the most cut societies I've ever experienced.
Oh, yeah.
People that you would think that roll with you sit down with, that you hang out with, they're the ones that's like, Mikey ain't nothing. Wanda did this. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard like little stuff that people say like they don't like Wanda, or even people say they don't like me, but it's like I like you. You know what I'm saying? And God likes you, and that's the most important. When you know like you're doing the dance for Him, because obviously it's a spiritual thing, and I see it with you, and I think that makes me proud, and that makes Him proud. And you can walk this earth and know that, and your kids would know that, because the respect will last as long as your seeds live, you know, and people like myself respect you. Alrighty?
Yes.
Thank you. Peace.